Hey y'all, good evening. This time I got you right before the sun sets. It's already actually below the tree line, hitting the horizon line, probably just going right below the mountains, the on Victoria Island mountains, the ones between here and Tofino. That's probably where the sun is going down right now, and soon everything will become dark, and I will also become slowly winding down, just like I will wake up just before it starts getting teeny bit bright between the trees in the very back, until I see that little sparkle and the changes of lights, and I get up and see the sunrise, and my whole morning routine starts. My whole biological and psychological and everything. I'm representing today, as you see. I'm from Don Mills, Toronto. I was from Scarborough originally, Markham and Ellesmere, but then I moved to Peanut Plaza, you know what I'm saying, Don Mills, where George Wenger was, Peanut Plaza. Just representing sometimes, because I think it's sometimes, I do it often. I have days where I just make sure I remember where I come from, Just like right now inside my house, there's black metal music blasting, Dark Throne, and Celtic Frost, just because I felt like listening to it today all day, and it's what I used to love the most. It's what used to make me feel really good and powerful and invincible kind of, and I was in those kind of bands too. I love that music, and it's old school from 1990 to 94 or 5, let's say, and demo tapes that I have still on audio. They're blasting in my house right now, but I'll shut it down soon. I'm not a bad tenant. Also, I wanted to talk about a little bit, my day went fine today. Mainly because of yesterday. I set it up yesterday. You may remember I had a town day yesterday, which is always a scary day for me, right? Because I go to rehab where I see all the dealers and all the addicts and all the people who want help and don't want help, all the people who want to change and don't want to change, all in one. And I took some lilac flowers off some trees on the way and gave them to the ladies at the rehab right away, and then to my doctor too, just to make sure I have a good quick visit. And I peed clean, of course. I got my next prescription. I went down 5 milligrams today, another 5 milligrams on the methadose. Thank you very much. And I think I can take it. And then I'm still on the patch. Next, I went and I saw and I hooked up with the right dentist, turns out. I walked in the perfect door and have an appointment on the 28th, and 2 appointments after that. I will have my partial dentures already there. Couple weeks done, just because I kind of went and looked around, asked some friends, and got to it. Then I went to the courthouse. Turned out that the divorce papers my mother sent me from Toronto from her lawyer friends who know what they're doing. Turns out they sent me a divorce form for same-sex couples. and I had to explain myself a little bit at the court registry because the girls know me, and they just witnessed me fighting for 3 years for the custody of my daughter, blah blah blah. Anyhow, they hooked me up with the right papers, and now I will fill out that form, and after that's done, all I have to do is serve my ex, and then we can both see the judge, sign it, and be free and restart. For me, it's gonna be a restart. That's what it's about, partially, I really know deep in heart, I'm not gonna get into it now, that once the two of us get divorced legally, everyone who is in our lives and within our lives and involved in our lives and our emotions on many levels will be able to move on as well. Everyone will be able to move on. My mom will be able to move on. She will no longer have to be stuck in between Magda and David, because they're in the court battle, and Maya's David's mom, but Magda and Maya are good, they're good friends. They're polite to each other and respectful, I hate, I don't want to see any hate. And, I also went to the Service Canada Center and found out that the original paperwork from the day I was sworn in as a Canadian 29 years ago, with the stamp with my Canadian citizenship number on it, and Chrétien's signature and everything, it wasn't enough to please them to give me a new passport, so they served me with an application to apply for a brand new citizenship card, in which I will fill out that application, put in the envelope also a new photograph of myself, a certain amount of money, and once I have confirmation of the fact that I have already filed and send the application, based on that alone, they will issue me a passport within 10 business days, which is great of them, because waiting for that new Canadian citizenship card, I heard it takes between months up to a year time. So thank God the guy at Passport Canada told me that as soon as I'll be able to show him that I have filed and for the new card, based on that, he'll be able to issue me a new passport really fast, because I would like to go somewhere. I'll tell you later, in August for a month, maybe for a month and a half, who knows. My life is taking turns, and I'm starting to wonder, of course I'm scared, I'm taking things slow, but I'm starting to wonder whether maybe I should take some risks, maybe I should go for things, it's not that I'm getting younger or anything, and go places for a bit and try different things. One thing's for sure, I'm always gonna be a Denmanite, a forest man here, and I love this place, and as I understand, I think this is a long-term rental, and I'm so happy. I so like the landlords here, and my girlfriend does too, and they love her, and if we could stay here and then travel and come back here and travel and bring our family here and teach people here all the things that we have learned over time. Look, you can see part of the sunset in the back. Wow, still the last bit. Oh, look at this. I am actually showing you the last little bit of a sunset on a Thursday evening, Friday evening. I'm showing you a little bit of the leftovers of the sunset. The sunrise guy who always has pictures upon pictures upon pictures, and every morning I go out and take more because I believe that the sunrise is so beautiful that I'm not sure if it was so beautiful the day before. And every morning I feel the same way, and I go out there and get my socks wet and get a couple pictures. And I went in town, and of course in rehab there was a lot of people, with their own agendas. They were wheeling and dealing, like I said. They had their destinations. Some of them were, just going back to their regular lives. Some of them are really doing good and attending meetings and stuff and using their tools. And I ended up meeting a friend who also gave me some information about a new foundation called the Broken Chain Foundation that they're forming in town, which will be very helping and to our people. And also it is a native Indian based project. So with lots of respects and thanks, I would love to volunteer and speak and donate some time and help people out, because obviously, like me and my friend Paul talked today, I think, we need to speak, and it's our time now to change, and it's our time now to take over and start teaching, because we are reaching that age. My girl is a teacher, a university teacher, and in one way I am very like wow and blown away and like very impressed and like wow, could I ever do that? But from another perspective, I'm thinking to myself, well, David, what are you doing not finishing your last 2 years of university, which you could have done 5 years ago already? And why are you not practicing what you preach already? Because I'm trying. I think I'm waiting for someone to see that I already have a lot of knowledge which is necessary, and I'm trying to skip on some of the school stuff, but we'll see how it goes. When the Sea Woman returns and makes a connection with the North Island College, which provides university courses, and she could possibly teach there and maybe be even interested in further education, maybe I would also be inspired to continue, But so a lot of things are happening, and so she's coming in a few weeks. We're gonna reunite. I'm gonna start learning more Spanish again, and touching up on my German, and I'll be very happy, because when she's around, I feel a lot stronger and a lot less worried about not being able to smoke and all this, and about having to contain myself all the time. Right now every day is a struggle for me, and it's a challenge that I take on, and I beat and I win. So far so good, as you see. But I know that with her I will grow a lot faster, and she might with me too. I play music, she dances. It's all connected. I told you before, Leonardo da Vinci said that so long ago. By the way, I am named after Leonardo's sculpture, David of Goliath, by my dad, Cuba Sr., the painter, the great artist, the great realist, one of those Baroque guys and stuff like that. I love you, Cuba, and I love you guys. Today I spent most of my time doing taxes and passports and dealing with all kinds of people, my bank, and finishing up my taxes. But that will all pay off, trust me, because next week will come and money will start coming in and appointments will start being set that I will have to attend. Then I will have to write a speech to make, and things are happening, and not just for me, I think for the one I love too, and for my daughter, and from, who knows, maybe for the whole world. The sun is here, the summer is here. Shouldn't be something be happening most definitely for the whole world? I think so. Hey, let's look here one more time before I go. Pa.